Holy smokes, you guys are awesome. That was a lot of questions in a short amount of time. I only left questions open for 20 minutes and there's 75 comments on the video. So that's long enough for one answers video. So we're going to get right into it. For anyone who doesn't know, I had a video come out earlier today, link in the description if I remember, saying ask me questions. This is the answers video to that. So let's hop right into it. Gabriel Vesso says, how long does it normally take to make a video? Well, that depends. The way that Ted and I do it is he comes over to my house. We go down into my basement on Wednesdays, usually. And he comes over at 8:30 p.m. and we're usually there until 1 or 2 a.m. recording. And there's not a lot of downtime in between videos, so we'll start recording and we'll do 3 or 4 episodes of one game, and then we'll stop the recording and those get cut up later on, and then we'll do a different game. And whatever game we're almost out of videos on is what we'll record that week. It's always Breath of the Wild, but sometimes the other videos can vary on what we record. So the length of the video plus a few minutes on either side, but also we do planning. There's the editing process and everything else afterwards too. So I don't know, maybe a 12-minute video is probably, when you add it all up, the total investment and all the meetings and everything, it's probably like 45 minutes to an hour per video, but that's kind of a guess. Thank you for your question, that's a good one. Will you ever do a bloopers video? Same user. Probably. We have several funny minutes videos, as you know, for Breath of the Wild. I'm sure also some for other games. I think we did a Mario Odyssey funny moments, as well as a Super Mario 64 co-op funny moments / like glitches. So you could call that a blooper reel. But as far as like outtakes, we haven't done that yet. Maybe we will someday. That would be fun. Good suggestion. Diku's Gaming says, was my cuckoo idea great? About Breath of the Wild, which idea was yours? I don't remember. If it was throw it in the volcano, that one, that takes a while to set up, and I don't think anything happens. Correct me if I'm wrong, but if it was about getting them to attack a guardian or something like that, that was pretty funny. We did do that in a video. The EV Artist says, I hope it's okay to put 2 questions. You don't have to answer both if you don't want to. What color? It's okay. What color is the couch you sit on? The couch is pink. You can see it in a video I did a while back called Basement Tour, where I actually showed the basement and some of the equipment and consoles that we have sitting around. It's an old pink couch that I got that used to be in my parents' house when I was growing up. Will you ever play Splatoon 2 on the channel? Ted owns Splatoon 2 for his Switch. We may play it someday. I just don't know. He said it's a lot of fun and a little addicting. We might. I'm not sure. Shadow Knight. Hey Peter, how old is the couch? Also, how is life? I'm guessing the couch is about 35 years old. I'm guessing that my parents bought it shortly after they moved into the house where they live now, which was 1983, which is 35 years ago. Yeah, I've had it since I moved to Minnesota in 2009 from Colorado. If that creates more questions, leave comments below and I'll answer them with text down there. Hugo Pazos says, do you keep the beard or shave sometimes, or what? Keep on making great videos. Love watching you guys. Thank you, Hugo. The beard is almost always there to some extent. If it gets real hot in the summer, I like to trim it up. Actually, ironically, I'm wearing this shirt that says, shave it or save it. And it's a picture of me with a little bit longer of a beard. It was a fundraiser that the church that Ted and I used to both go to, and he just goes to now. We did a fundraiser for Haiti, and everyone got to vote save or shave, and votes cost $1. And Save It won by a very slim margin, so I did not have to shave off my beard. But yeah, there's almost always some beard there. It gets longer in the winter, and I trim it in the summer when it's just too hot. Wilford Wharfstash 777 says, I would like to know the scariest game you have ever played. Like to know what the scariest game you've ever played is. Please and thanks if you answer it. Another question, will you guys play Tomodachi Life or Miitopia? I love both of those games. I'll answer the second question first. Doubtful, just because I don't know what those games are, but I'm open to it. If Ted talks me into a game, we play it. If I talk him into a game, we play it. And if we run out of those one day, then we'll probably lean more heavily on you guys for game suggestions. The scariest game I ever played. I'm not a huge scary game guy. I like scary stuff. I like scary movies. I would say that the scariest game I ever played is a very slow game. It's a survival horror game that moves slow and is a lot more about atmosphere than it is about amazing graphics and stuff, and that would be Zombie U for the Wii U. What I really liked about it is that the controller, which has a screen in it, that Wii U gamepad, is your inventory, and it's not up on the screen on the TV at all. And the game doesn't pause when you do inventory management. So when you go and do stuff in your gamepad, your character on the screen is kneeling down looking in their backpack, and zombies are still approaching from the distance. And meanwhile, you're shuffling around your gun or your ammo or whatever. Great scary game. I understand why a lot of people didn't like it. But that's okay. That game scared me. I don't know what Ted's scariest game is. He doesn't play a lot of scary games. Johto Legends says, "Hi Peter, can you and Ted play Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition? It's 2-player, it has multiple modes, you can get lots of content out of it." It may interest you to know that we did play Hyrule Warriors for the Wii U. I don't think we have, either of us has the Definitive Edition for Switch. I know that I don't. That series didn't do great. It's a fun game, but sometimes a game is fun to play and not very fun to record for YouTube. And Ted and I both just like Hyrule Warriors better while not recording. So, doubtful. And thank you for your question. Zelda Nerd 90210, great name by the way, says, "Peter, what is your job? What do you code? And Ted, what is your job? How old exactly is that couch? Last thing, don't feel obligated to answer all these. Would you make a second Switch account for the Basement Dwellers to friend you guys?" All right, so my job, I do a lot of fixing, building, and maintaining reports and the databases that feed those reports. The main language that I code in is structured query language, commonly known as SQL, SQL. It's a Microsoft language. I'm a contractor, so I bounce around here and there and everywhere, but I'm salaried by a company that finds all of the contracts for me so that I can get benefits, which is good considering I have a wife and kids. Ted's job is he's a worship pastor at a church that he and I went to, that he still goes to, and he also does some other stuff. He's very entrepreneurial, so it's not just the YouTube thing, but there are some other things that he does that brings in active and even passive income. So living the dream, I suppose, the millennial American dream a little bit, doing multiple things and bringing in income. How old exactly is that couch? I guessed 35. Would you make a second Switch account for Basement Dwellers to friend you guys? I have to look into that. I don't have any Switch or Wii U friends at all because I just never looked into the social aspect of it. I like couch co-op rather than online co-op, but I'm open to that. Maybe Ted has tried that or knows more about it than I do. By the way, I look a little like a thug in this video, Zelda Nerd also said. I suppose that's true because the hood was up. Mads Brager says, "What country are you from?" Ted and I are from the United States of America. We live in Minnesota, which is the very middle of America at the top. Canada is above us, and the Dakotas and Wisconsin are on either side of us. Iowa's below us. Minnesota's right there. Minnesota, USA. P.S. Love the channel. Thanks, Mads. Bacon is Awesome 88 says, "Do you have any stains on your couch? If so, which is your favorite?" I am sure that there are stains on the couch. I can't see it right now, and I don't know of any in particular that would be my favorite. Ted spilled coffee once in the basement, like a very full cup of coffee. So if any of that got on the couch, I'll call that my favorite, since it's a basement stain. That was asked by... Oh yeah, Bacon is Awesome. Ben Henry says, "Is the basement a good channel? I'll give you a hint. Yes." Thank you, Ben Henry. Also, he asks, "Are you going to play Smash Ultimate when it comes out?" Sorry if I missed something where you said it. I'm a new viewer. Well, welcome to the basement. We're glad you're here. We are going to play Smash Ultimate when it comes out. Ted is a big Smash fan. I have played very little of it, and so in fact, Ted and I have a plan that he's going to sort of coach me into getting good at Smash Bros. Before Ultimate comes out, so that when it does, we can hit the ground running with that game on the Switch. Camque, C-A-M-Q-U-E. If you had the choice between fans and money, which would you choose? If you did not do YouTube, what would you do to replace it? P.S. Please play Roblox. We looked at Roblox. We're probably not going to play it. It's just a little too kiddie for us. But that said, who knows what could happen in the future. If we did not do YouTube, what would I do to replace it? Well, I would game a lot. I might have a YouTube channel where I talk about personal stuff, maybe religious stuff or political stuff or sports fandom stuff. I cheer for the Minnesota Vikings, which is an American football team. Other than that, I don't care much about sports. But I would certainly continue playing video games. I did it before YouTube, and I will keep doing it, whether or not the basement stays a thing. Which, by the way, it will. That's the plan. Also, lastly, if you had a choice between fans and money, which would you choose? That depends on what you mean by that. With YouTube, we very much care more about building a community, creating content that Ted and I enjoy making, regardless of how many fans it gets us and regardless of how much money it gets us. We want to do what's fun and rewarding for us personally, and we feel that the people who are attracted to that will be the most rewarded by that mindset. So we'll keep doing that, and if fans come, that's awesome, and if money comes, that's awesome. We've gotten a fair bit of both. More fans than dollars, but that's fine. We're not in it really for either. Good question. Brady, name, that's a lot of names. I don't know if you want me saying that out loud on the internet. But our good friend Brady, who comments a lot, used to teach in Spain. Does recording so much ever make you start to dislike a game? Also, update your Wi-Fi so we can finally watch y'all do Splatoon. I don't know if recording a lot has ever made me dislike. I mean, sometimes there are certain games that we like recording less than we like recording others. So I think that recording certain games has made us dislike recording those games. But when I play, when Ted's not over, or when we're not recording and Ted is over and we're just playing those games, they can be more fun. So kind of yes, but kind of no. As time goes by, I'm drawing a line between gaming and recording gameplay for YouTube. There are two different experiences. Good question. Jose Bateta, hello, for Peter. How do you feel about learning to be good at Super Smash Bros? I'm a little intimidated, but Ted's a good and patient teacher, so I'm excited as well. Reddish Ram, do you have jobs other than YouTube? Yes. What are they? I mentioned it earlier. I'm a salaried contractor. I do computer coding stuff. I fix reports and manage the databases that those reports use. P.S. Your beer deserves a channel of its own. Thank you. Maybe one day. That would be fun. Another one from Jose for the basement. How many series are you currently doing videos about? Which games are you planning on playing in the nearby future? So we've got Breath of the Wild on Tuesday and Thursday. Right now on Monday, it's kind of up in the air actually. We have some Mario Maker stuff recorded. So I don't know if we'll see a temporary return to Mario Maker Monday or permanent. Wednesday right now is Owlboy. That series is not doing amazing. That's okay. We like the game. We're going to keep playing it. When that finishes, I don't know what we'll replace it with. Fridays right now is, let's see, Saturdays is Link to the Past, and Friday is Minecraft Story Mode. And we're enjoying both of those games quite a bit as well. And then Sunday is Sunday Long Play. I can do whatever I want. I'm playing a little bit of Bloodstained Curse of the Moon and Minecraft Bedrock lately. Mario Maker with my wife is sometimes a thing. Those can change a lot. As far as upcoming games, we definitely want to play Smash when it comes out for the Switch. We have a bunch of suggestions. I was recently looking at our Mario 64 co-op hack, and I think it would be really fun to do the Super Mario Sunshine co-op, where one of us is Shadow Mario and one of us is regular Mario. So maybe that in the future, but no promises. We have a long list of games that we're excited to play in the basement, and I don't have it in front of me right now, but plenty of ideas. Also from Jose, what are your favorite activities you remember doing with your respective families? I liked going on vacation with my parents and my sister. I have one older sister. When I was a kid, those are some of my best memories. Sometimes it was Disney World, sometimes it was just camping and hiking, but it was fun being together. And now with my wife and our 3 kids, we go to Colorado sometimes. That's where my wife's parents live, and they come out to us. We just vacations, eating new places, seeing new places, and sometimes outdoorsy activity. Also, on snowy or rainy days, we like to stay in and play board games or watch movies or play Nintendo games. My daughter loves Wind Waker. Yeah, it's a lot of fun hanging out with the family. Thank you for your question. PK Fire says, is toast best with or without butter? If those are my only options, butter and nothing, I'll take butter. I like butter. I sometimes will put coconut spread, like coconut oil's answer to margarine on toast. That could be pretty good too. Fun question there. What armor do you like best that is not Fantingle? From Julius Rodriguez. I don't know the name of it, but Link, this is for Breath of the Wild, Link has like these white boots that are from his knees down and these white gauntlets that are like from his elbow to his fingertips. That's some new armor, maybe a DLC armor. I think that looks really sharp. Otherwise, I like the climbing gear because it helps with the game a lot. The Destructor wants to know, am I crazy? Maybe, although crazy people don't usually wonder that, so the odds are low. The Destructor also wants to know, how's life doing? Life's doing fine. I'm doing fine. Life's going well. Thank you for asking. Eli Freeman also wants to know, how are you doing? I'm doing okay. I got a slow day at work today, allowing me to do this, which is nice. And you guys are giving me lots of great questions, so who can complain? Jose, again, for Peter, what do you think / feel about the trailers and announcements that premiered this week at San Diego Comic-Con? I know you like games, but I barely know about other parts of pop culture. So I had to look this up. It looks like there's a Buffy remake. I was never a big Buffy fan, so I don't have an opinion on that. Something about Star Trek Generations? Star Trek something. I'm not a Trekkie guy either, so I don't have feelings about that. Apparently, one of the Marvel guys had some old tweets that were off-color jokes that all got dug up, and there's a little drama there. And also, the first transgender superhero is becoming a thing. I have some opinions on those, but that's not totally what this channel is for. So rather than get into it, I'll just say in general, I think people should be able to say what they want to say, and I think that others should be able to respond how they want to respond. So if you get fired from your job for saying something stupid, that's not a free speech issue. That's you got to say what you wanted to say, and your employer got to decide, that's nice, we don't want you working for us anymore. So for the most part, people are sort of free to do what they like. I have ideas on what a moral code should be and how that translates into law, and what we should do, not only to not harm others, but to help others. But that's a longer video. So if I start down that trail, I'm not going to be able to get back. So I'm going to tie it off there. But interesting question, and I'd like to talk about that more in the future at some point, in a general sense. Torodicus says, can you hit a T-pose? I am unsure what that is, so maybe. I don't know. If that's like dabbing or something, I'm probably not going to do it on video for the internet to have forever. Tyler Cron says, what are your top 3 Switch games? Oh, I forgot to think about this. I saw this comment. I probably have played Minecraft more than any other game on my Switch, just because I love that game, and on the go, it's great and easy to play. Breath of the Wild is definitely in the top 3 as well. I've played it a lot. I really, really, really enjoy it. I'm not a huge Mario Odyssey fan. Don't tell anyone that. It's good, but it's not great. I liked the Galaxy games. I liked Sunshine and 64. I even liked the new Super Mario Bros., like the 2D games. Odyssey was a good game, but it wasn't to the Mario franchise what I felt Breath of the Wild is for the Zelda franchise. So I suppose what will round out my top 3 for the Switch. Okay, so we've got Minecraft, we've got Breath of the Wild, and these aren't in order. And then we've got Shovel Knight Treasure Trove, because you can play Shovel of Hope, Spectre of Torment, Plague of Shadows, and King of Cards coming soon. And they're awesome retro-style platformer games. I love that kind of game, and for the price to get 4 campaigns, it's just an amazing value from Yacht Club Games. I'm really, really impressed with them, and I'm excited to see them do stuff after Shovel Knight because I want to support them and buy it up. So, top 3, Minecraft, Breath of the Wild, and the Shovel Knight universe. Pure Potato wants to know, what is your favorite type of cheese? I like Munster cheese a lot. It's really good with like a deli sandwich. Little pricey, very good. Otherwise, I like lots of kinds of cheese. I like mozzarella on my Italian stuff. I like sharp cheddar on my nachos and burgers. But if I had to pick a favorite cheese, I suppose I'd go Munster cheese. Pure Potato also wants to know, what is your setup for Switch? I don't totally know what that means. The dock is going out to the Elgato, which is the capture software for the channel, and then from there into a 42-inch plasma TV. I like plasma. I think the blacks are really black. Yeah, I added an SD card so it has more memory, although for Odyssey and Breath of the Wild, I bought physical games. Everything else has been downloaded. And I use the Joy-Con. I haven't bought a Pro Controller yet. I don't put the Joy-Con together on that puppy dog face thing. I like to hold them out, like at my sides and play. And I've got it in a case, like a durable, like a phone case that you can drop your phone over and over, and it's fine. I've never dropped my Switch, but if I drop it down the stairs, it ought to be fine because of the case that it's in. And I bring it with me. Most places that I go. Luigi Fan 260, can you play Mario Tennis? I probably can. I don't own that game. I don't know. Maybe someday. Don't hold your breath. Probably not. Joseph Allred, Peter, will you be doing more Minecraft Sunday long play? Yes. Right now the Bedrock World has episodes 1 and 2 out. I've recorded 3 and 4. I've also recorded Bloodstained Curse of the Moon, Part 3. That's not out yet. Just 1 and 2 are. 1 and 2. But yes, I will be getting back to Minecraft. I'm also planning on getting back to my original old world on the channel that we're 42 parts in. I'll be converting that probably to Bedrock and continuing with that. Riddix Alico says, what's Peter's and Ted's favorite game of all time? Like, which one amazed you the most or gave you those in-game tingles? So objectively, there are games that are amazing that I've played, but subjectively, like when I put the nostalgia into it and the emotion into it, what place in life I was, the game that comes to mind, honestly, is Secret of Evermore for the Super Nintendo. I was in late middle school or early high school, I think, when that game came out, and I had more free time than I do now, and I was able to really sort of immerse myself in that game, and I really, really liked it. I had a ton of fun with the story and the gameplay and leveling up and discovering the map and the adventure of it. I really had a nice time with that game. If I could only pick one game to ever play again, I don't think that would be it. I'd probably pick a deeper game. But yeah, that's my answer today. Picminicus. Hey, Picminicus. What's your favorite YouTube video that you guys have made? I think my favorite series is the Super Mario 64 co-op. Although honestly, Bubble Bobble is a contender as well. But as far as a one video, I mean, probably those Funny Moments videos for Breath of the Wild. They're really tight. The editing and everything. They're a lot of good close things. I'm not sure which one I would pick. That's a good question. If I had to really answer that well, I would need to give it more thought. But Picminicus, glad you're commenting. You're awesome. Check out Picminicus's channel. By the way, don't comment and ask me to do shout-outs, because we don't. But Picminicus is a YouTube buddy of ours. We've collaborated with him in the past, and I will say he's got some content that is worth consuming. Melly Wolf, hi Melly, asks, pancakes or Nutella on bread? I don't blame anyone for going the Nutella route. I really like pancakes. I'm going to go pancakes. Melly also wants to know, will you be online more often in Discord? Maybe. I should be. I have the app on my phone. I just need to get in the habit of opening it up. And when I rode a train to work, it was easier for me to do. Right now I'm driving to work because I'm contracting in a different spot. It makes it hard. Okay, let's keep this moving. Xenoplays wants to know, who would win, Mega Man X or Samus Aran? I suppose if Samus has a weakness, Mega Man X could find it and defeat her. Are we talking the two characters having a battle to the death? I mean, both of them can power up. Samus at full strength would be a very difficult foe, but if Mega Man gets the one power up he needs to exploit her weakness, then I like his odds. Good question. Chi Panda. Dang it, you told me how to pronounce it. Is it Chi? CHI Panda wants to know, what inspired the creation of the basement? Ted and I play video games together. We were friends first. We're both dads. We're both husbands to our wives. We're both musicians, and we're both gamers. And we played a few games together and had a lot of fun doing it and laughing and talking. And we said we should just start recording it and throwing it out there to see what happens. I think we played The Legend of Zelda, the original, together. We played some Fez. We played Symphony of the Night. And we were like, this is way too much fun. And it's hard to justify gaming together unless we can turn it into some sort of project. And so Tuesday nights we stay up way too late and play video games together. And we can do that for the sake of the basement. So it's wonderful. How long have you been married? I have been married to my wife, Kelsey, for 13 years, 2 months, and some handful of days. Yeah, 13 years. Dr. Volk, an upgrade? Whoa, that's interesting. I would like to ask you, where do you work? Read more. I hope this works. What are you planning to replace? How are your kids? Have they had any special events lately? Last question, what have you done over the summer when not recording videos for the basement? I mean. Okay, so I work for I've already kind of gone over my work. Right now I'm in Brooklyn Center, a place that brings mortgage loan officers together with people who want to buy houses, and they've got a database and a bunch of reporting, and I'm working on that for them. What are you planning to replace? So the computer that we record to, we upgraded the operating system, and we think the CPU is struggling to keep up with it. So we might replace the CPU. It's a 2008 Mac Pro with 32 gigs of RAM, and it's running the newest operating system that we could stuff into it. So we might upgrade the CPU, but we might replace it with a Windows PC so that we can do more gaming from it and also record with it. But also Ted's computer, he had access to a MacBook Pro that he was doing the editing on, but now the laptop, but now he's using an old Mac Pro Tower to do the editing on. And I think just the export and render process is taking a really long time. So we might replace his computer as well. My kids are good. Special events. My son is starting football soon. My one son and daughter are in gymnastics right now, and my other son, my oldest, he's in Civil Air Patrol. He actually flew an airplane for the first time this year. He's 12. He flew an airplane before he drove a car. Pretty stinking cool. Over the summer, what have we done? We've basically been hanging out with friends. There's 3 other couples that my wife and I are friends with that we have supper at one of our houses every month, and we rotate, we take turns. So we've been doing that. We're going to the cabin in a couple of weeks with my parents and my sister and her husband and their kids. That'll be fun. All sorts of stuff. Some are fun. We did watch, on the 4th of July, it was crummy weather, and we watched all of the Lord of the Rings movies together as a family, which we don't usually do that much screen time in a day, but that was fun. Whew, okay, almost done, I think. Dr. Volk, always good to see you. Thank you for the questions. Hailed Space says, how did you two meet? My wife and I moved to the town that we live in now, and we found a church nearby that we wanted to try. And it was good, and the music was good, and Ted was involved with the music at the church, and I play bass guitar along with a few other instruments. And so I approached him one day, and I said, if you ever need help with bass at church, let me know. I'd be interested in playing. And he said yes, and then his wife actually is a bass player too, Lisa, and she was pregnant at the time, and was like, it's hard to hold the guitar with my pregnant tummy. Let this guy play. And the friendship just grew from there. The Basement is #1. Can y'all try to get Undertale on the channel? I really want it to come to the channel. There's a few games we're looking at. Undertale is on our list of maybes. It's a long list of maybes, though. I don't know if we're going to get to that or not, or if it's a little too on the edge of family-friendly for the channel. Not sure. Sully Animates, please start the video with Phantom Ganon Skull, Tingle Pants, and the old shirt. That is a Breath of the Wild suggestion. Yeah, fair play, I guess, sticking it in the questions video, the AMA video. Maybe we'll do that. I don't know. PetsCool55. I'm watching The Basement on my TV, and Peter on TV, and Peter on my phone are talking at the same time. It's so funny. Cool. You boy Caleb the Meme King says, why is your beard so awesome? I guess genetics. My dad is German. Can Germans grow beards? I guess. I don't know. My mom actually has a little bit of American Indian in her. Native American Indian. And that actually harms your ability to grow a beard. So it could be even better. But my mom is a little, her genetics are hampering my ability to grow an even better beard. Joel Peterson wants to know, who edits your videos? That is almost exclusively Ted. He's amazing with that kind of stuff. It's a lot of work. I try to handle much of the other work of the channel to sort of make up for that. But we have had guest editors in the past, and most notably / recently, Danny the 2 has been editing some videos for us. He edited, I think, the Super Mario 1 series that we did, the co-op or 2-player series, and a Mario Maker video that's coming out soon. So keep your eyes on the channel for that. He did a really good job with that one. Hansel Pimentel says, what's your favorite game? I suppose what I'm putting the most hours into right now is Minecraft. So I'll answer it a little differently for this version of the question. I'll say currently, more hours on Minecraft than any other game right now, although Breath of the Wild is still amazing and blows me away. Oscar Gilman wants to know, what's your favorite color? It's blue. Is mayonnaise an instrument? No, I don't think so. I don't think you can get it really to make a noise that you could call musical or even percussive. A jar of mayonnaise could be an instrument, but it's, and the amount of mayonnaise that you put in could change the pitch of the ring of the jar, I suppose. But I wouldn't call it an instrument itself, no. The Lamest Guy wants to know, here's a question, when can you and Ted do my Minecraft map I made for you? P.S. I need to friend y'all. If it's a PC Minecraft map, and I'm guessing it is, that's a Ted thing, because I don't have Minecraft for the PC. Does Ted know about that? I'll ask him about it when I see him. We're recording tomorrow. Pokemon Trainer Seth says, can you do a basement reveal, and what do you think about me? I think you've left 2 comments ever on the channel, and I forget what the other one was. I looked it up before answering this. I think you're fine. Leave more comments. And basement reveal, we did do a basement tour video a while back. We could stand to do an update, but if you go to the channel and search the word tour, you'll find it. And I show the consoles and the actual basement and the steps down to the basement and the pink couch that we sit on and everything, and the computer and everything else that we use. Destructor wants to know, how are you? Just asking. I'm fine. I'm doing good, although I got to get back to work. It's a long video. Danny the 2 says, you, Kelsey, Ted, Lisa survive in the beginning of the zombie apocalypse. You can pick 3 subscribers to join your team. Who do you pick and why? That's a really good question. I'm tempted to take the easy way out and say whatever people are within reasonable traveling distance and have access to things like clean water, stored non-perishable food items, melee weapons, guns and ammunition, land, fencing, that kind of thing. But travel concerns aside, I think Kenai Gaming has to be on the team because he could spot the zombies from further off than anybody else. I think Danny the 2 needs to be around to keep our spirits lifted when we're all somber and sad. And I don't know who the third subscriber would be. Make your case in the comments below if you want to be that third subscriber. Maybe Lucas the Pie Guy. I know him personally. He lives nearby. I think he'd be good in a zombie apocalypse. Hailed Space 25 wants to know who would win in a fist fight, Kermit or Elmo? Great question. I'm going Kermit. Kermit has longer reach, and I think he could take Elmo out before Elmo even got close enough to hit him. But man, MMA style, if they get down on the mat, ground and pound, that favors Elmo. Okay, last question. Connor Sturgeon wants to know, what was the rationale when you and Ted started the channel? Did you guys first think that you two wanted to make a channel, then decide to make it family friendly? Or was it the other way around, where you saw that YouTube has a shortage of truly family friendly channels and you guys wanted to help filling in that niche? Or was there a different reason? Okay, quickly. I got into Let's Plays with Nintendo Capri Sun, and then later Game Grumps, and I showed Let's Plays to Ted. He'd never heard of them before I introduced him to them, and he liked them too. And we've always liked sort of the dual commentary banter. One person's playing, one person's telling stories, or they're feeding off of each other kind of thing that Game Grumps has going. But we could never watch them with our kids. Ted's married, has 3 kids. I'm married, I have 3 kids. And we thought, let's make a Game Grumps channel that we could watch with our kids. Something that people could watch, or people could like let their kids watch and not worry about it. And it's not because YouTube was lacking that per se. Like, oh boy, we can fit in here and grow. You know, that could be our thing. But it's just kind of who we are. Ted and I are Christians, and you don't have to be a Christian to like the channel or to watch the channel or anything like that. And you know, we follow a guy who loved sinners, and that's everyone. So we kind of love everyone. So I don't want to make that like, you know, we're Christians sort of thing. But being family friendly in our commentary is just kind of who we are. So it's more that we wanted to start a channel and just really be ourselves. And we knew that that would result in a channel that kids could watch without parents being afraid that they're going to be hearing a lot of swear words and inappropriate things. So that's that. Guys, thank you so much for all the questions. That was amazing. If you liked this and you're still watching, holy smokes, like, comment, and subscribe. And this really is like the friendliest place on YouTube because of you guys. If you want Ted and I to do this kind of thing every once in a while, maybe once a month, I don't know, let us know in the comments below in this video, and maybe we'll try it. That could be fun. Maybe once we get to a certain number of questions, we'll do another video. And if the questions start slowing down, then the videos will start slowing down. I don't know if we'll do this or not, but this was fun for me to do today, and I hope you guys are all having a great day. And until next time, Basement Dwellers, I think that you are more fun to have a conversation with than my weird extended relatives that I only see on the holidays when I have awkward conversations with them in the basement.